In a quiet village cradled by rolling hills lived Elara. She was small, frail, and perpetually overlooked, her timid voice swallowed by the clamor of bolder children who tore through the streets like tempests. Elara was unseen in the shadow cast by giants, dim, fragile, and certain she'd never claim her own light. One stormy evening, as thunder growled and the sky split with jagged light, Elara fled to the village's edge, where an ancient tree loomed solitary and defiant. Its twisted branches clawed at the heavens, its scarred trunk a testament to battles with storms far worse than this. Soaked and shivering, she collapsed beneath it, pressing her palms against its rough bark, wondering how anything could stand so tall when the world seemed determined to break it. Lightning flashed, illuminating the tree's sprawling roots breaking through the soil, gnarled and fierce, like hands clawing their way out of the earth. A gust howled through the leaves, and Elara swore she heard a whisper, "Look within!" Her breath caught. Trembling, she turned inward, confronting the storm raging inside her. Fear, doubt, the weight of feeling small. She'd spent her life shrinking, letting others tower over her, but in that moment something snapped. She was done cowering. That night, a change ignited within her. Not a quiet epiphany, but a desperate, roaring vow to herself. Elara began tending not to a garden, but to her own soul. She clawed through the darkness within, uprooting the lies she'd believed, that she was weak, that she didn't matter. She devoured books by candlelight, her mind a root plunging into uncharted depths. She trained her body, running the hills until her legs burned, forging resilience from exhaustion. She faced the village children's taunts, her voice shaking but unyielding until they fell silent. Each step was a battle, each day a storm she refused to let break her. Years later, a cataclysmic storm tore through the village, fiercer than any in memory. Roofs shattered, trees splintered, and panic reigned. As the wind screamed, Elara emerged, not the trembling girl of before, but a force carved from her own will. Her voice, once a whisper, cut through the chaos, rallying the villagers, directing them to safety. She hauled timber, bandaged wounds, and stood unbowed as the storm raged on. When it finally passed, the village lay in ruins, but Elara stood tall, a pillar amid the wreckage, her quiet strength now undeniable. As the sun dipped below the horizon, painting the shattered village in darkness, Elara returned to the ancient tree. Its roots still gripped the earth, unyielding, just as hers now did. She pressed a hand to her chest, feeling the steady beat of a heart she'd forged, and whispered,
"A tree's roots grow in darkness. It finds strength in the soil, grasping the earth with its tendrils, reaching deep to grow taller. So, dig your roots deep, reach for the darkness, and tower above the rest."